This week was a very filled one, especially with the solar eclipse taking most of the highlight. But it was also a very busy week with work and school assignments. So I will also share some of what my daily routines are during the spring break week as well. Decided to come out to this trail. If y'all remember from the 30-day push-up challenge that I did and sit-ups, well, I'm back at that trail, but this time they opened a new trail, so that's what we're trying out today. But right now, getting ready to head back. I meant to start this early, but never even thought. But at least I went on ahead and decided to pull out my camera. Like I said, it's gonna be very random things I'm gonna put on the channel. Excuse me of the wind, cause like I said, I'm riding on the bike right now. So it's been a good day. It's a Sunday, April 7th. I know they're gonna have a solar eclipse tomorrow. I remember the last solar eclipse was like August 21st, 2017. That's why I was still in high school. I was at a private boarding school, and we went to Clarksville, Tennessee, because that was where the path was for the solar eclipse. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Just gonna show the rest of this week. Today we took our bikes to the park to try a new existing trail that was extended last year. Now if y'all remember the 30-day push-up challenge that I did, we went to the park after the youth day at the church for the picnic. Our starting point was at the same park on Panola Mountain Greenway Trail. So they finished its extension to a school which was started back in 2020. This is the picture of it from that same year. And this is it in 2023. And now that the extension is finished, we decided to try it out. The hills weren't too steep, but there were many curves. The heat wasn't that bad because of the shade from the trees and also the time. Normally the late afternoon into the evening time is the best time in the spring and summer. The Path Foundation is an organization that builds off-road trails around the Atlanta area. The foundation started in 1991, and its goal was to provide a system of off-road trail chains in Atlanta to use for the 1996 Summer Olympics. There is also some historic landmarks on this trail, including cabins and Lion Farm, which is a plantation that slaves stayed in the Flat Rock community in the late 1800s. Going back was somewhat of a reward, which equated to the challenge and hard work getting up those same hills. The sun sets really quick and the new week has started. It's a solar eclipse a day, but fortunately we're not going to get the totality of it. Now we're going to get some of it like partial eclipse, but let's see if I can go to the library because I know that's where they say you can get free glasses, and if not, then I'll just wait till the peak time and then record. I know I'm going to be probably like taking a chance recording because I know they say you can't look at the solar eclipse directly with your eyes. You have to have glasses on. Today was the day that a lot of people anticipated for, the solar eclipse, which doesn't happen that much. It is very rare. I decided to do some research to see which cities, states were actually in the path of totality. Most which span from Vermont, New York to Texas. It was told that Mexico will experience the longest duration of the eclipse. I remember the one our high school experienced in 2017, and it lasted 1 minute. The eclipse was set to start 12 noon. Unfortunately, some of the states wouldn't have the same opportunity as those in the path of totality, including Georgia, but we were able to catch a partial view of it. Alright, so about to head to the library right now, see if I can get my pair of free glasses. We'll see what happens. Just waiting in line. Yes, I'm here for the eclipse glasses too. Just two. Alright, thank you. Thank you. And I'm gonna do a little bit of studying as well, because I got school. I'm going back into school next week, but I'm gonna do a little bit of that and some other, work. Just trying to change up my location to be able to focus a little bit better. The eclipse won't start until like 1 o'clock, and it will finish like around like 3 or 4. So that's the time I'll be at work. So I used the rest of the time to study, complete assignments, and work on other projects. The peak time here was starting around 1:20, so I got ready to head back home. I think the eclipse has already started. Well, the partial eclipse that is. So it won't reach its peak until like 3 or 4 p.m. So by then I should be at work. So we'll see what it looks like then. I'll do some checks between. So yeah, right now just heading back to the house. And from then I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for work. So I'll catch y'all later. Once at home, I would check to see where the moon was on the sun. But after some time, I had to make my way to work, as the full portion was set to be at 3 or 4 p.m. I took the back road in an effort to make it to work on time, and definitely before the peak time ended. But then there were brake lights ahead. So I had to quickly find another route around the traffic jam. I quickly noticed the eclipse effect. Despite not getting the full totality of it, the light was definitely dimmer from earlier, and I could see more shadows. Alright guys, so right now I'm on the way to work. And I'm trying to see if I can catch the partial, like the peak of the partial eclipse, because it's going to be happening at 3 or 4, right? And right now I don't think I only have about maybe 10 more minutes, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it. I might have to pull off somewhere to catch it. It's not really getting too dark, but you can kind of see the effect of the partial eclipse. Like it is kind of just a little bit like dim, like you can tell, like it's almost like turning the contrast down on your phone from being brightest to not the brightest. So that's how it feels right now, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch it once I get to work, so I might have to pull off and try to take a picture of it, because I have the glasses that I had got earlier at the library. Mexico, they got it the longest. They said around like 4 minutes they were going to have it the longest. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out around 3 or 4 p.m. Despite it being a partial eclipse, it still did bring back memories of the 2017 total eclipse during my sophomore year in high school. And right now, I'm on the way to the store. I'm actually gonna get some groceries, because I know like the end of the week, that's when it normally gets busy. So just to avoid all that, that's why I'm gonna just go ahead and do my shopping today. And I'm gonna do a little bit of cooking today, just to kind of get out the way. Because normally I would go to the store on the weekends, but right now I'm gonna just go ahead and just do it early. Okay guys, so we are currently at the first stop, which is Walmart. I know for those that are in other countries that are watching this, they might be like, what's Walmart? So it's just like a chain of a store that we have here in the United States. So right now, just getting like a few things here, and then I'm gonna head over to another store. I can imagine what the balance is going to be when I get to the register, because I'm telling you, everything is so high here. Like, the inflation is crazy. Not to be negative, I don't like being negative on this channel, but I just gotta call it out, you know. The price of things, especially if you want to eat healthy, it's going to be expensive. You're going to have to come out of pocket and pay when it comes to eating healthy. I don't know how it is in other countries, but I know for sure that it has to be expensive. But I'm seeing prices on things that are like just for just a little small, like a small pack, like a small pack of something. It's just too much money. But you know, you got to do what you got to do and just make it stretch, and you know, do things in moderation. Prices were not looking very friendly, but man, they were hitting me wasn't like over like $100. It was like 70 something. Headed back home. I'm gonna show you some of the things that I'm gonna cook. It's a little bit overcast today, but I'm gonna see what I can do because it's not raining that much now. The ground is not too wet. Do a little bit of training. Then I'm gonna go to work later on. Just want to get these things like done, like the shopping and everything before the weekend to prevent like the rush, because I don't like rushing it. This is the tofu Philly, which is a vegan alternative to real cheesesteak Philly. It has been a very convenient meal for me because of how easy, cheap, and filling it is. This will normally last me for like 4 days. I first make the marinade, which includes coconut liquid aminos, which is a soy sauce alternative, nutritional yeast flakes, beef-style seasoning, avocado oil, water, garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, paprika, liquid smoke, and Worcestershire sauce. Once I cut the tofu in cubes, I mix the marinade in a bowl and let it marinate for at least 8 hours, but overnight has the best results. Alright guys, so I'm back home. It was real busy at work today. For those that are new, I'll definitely show y'all before the end of this week on the job and the things that I do there. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and finish the tofu sandwich and show y'all like the finished product. I've been doing this for like a while and every time it's just been coming out real good. So the next thing to do is saute onions and peppers. I add just a little pinch of salt, keeping in consideration the sodium from the marinade. While all that cooking action is going on, I have the tofu in the oven at 400 degrees, which allows the darker steak texture to take full effect. After I mix it in with the sauteed peppers and onions for a few more minutes. Once I toast the bread in the oven, I put some of the special sauce that my chef showed me how to make. Some chopped up spinach, the Philly cheesesteak meat, and vegan shredded cheese. I put it in the microwave for a minute for the cheese to melt, and voila, that's dinner. Alright guys, so that's my dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I'm gonna continue to work on some videos as I'm eating, and I'm gonna go to bed. But tomorrow, good night. Both days were quite busy, despite not having more recorded. I had to get more assignments online finished before returning back to school the following week in person. You know, during the spring season, I normally find that allergies act up for most people, but immunity is in the gut. So I learned that balancing out my food and not snacking too much in between meals made a huge difference for my immune system this spring, along with drinking tea and eating fruits. Alright guys, so it's Friday, and this week just, had a lot of events, to take a turn, starting off with the eclipse, but it's gotten real busy to the point that I did not get a chance to record everything else like I wanted to. But today, I definitely get a chance to show y'all a little bit on my job. And I did this before, like I said in previous videos. I'm kind of repeating myself, but I'm just gonna have a breakfast now. I'll finish a few things before I go into work, and then I'll show y'all my job later. Today is the day I finish by winding down for the weekend, preparing for church. Day I would normally iron my clothes, clean, cook a meal for lunch after church service is done. If y'all remember from my push-up challenge, I did show like what I do here at my job. Other than that, it's been a real good experience. We're almost 2 years into being in business. Everything here is plant-based. So we have pepper steak, orange chicken, jerk chicken. For the sides, we have rice and peas, mac and cheese, cabbage and kale, potato salad, and then plantains are optional as well. We do have patties as well, Jamaican patties, vegetable and spinach patties. In the drinks, we have soursop, mango pineapple, tamarind ginger, which is a new drink. And then we also have sorrel and guava ginger, pineapple ginger, ginger lemonade, which is ginger and lemonade mix, and turmeric gingerade, which is turmeric and the ginger and the lemonade. And then desserts, we're still working on more desserts. We have vanilla strawberry and sweet potato pound cake. So we are finally at the end of the week. It's Saturday, and right now I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna go to church. We're gonna be staying at church all day, so we might be outside and take like a little walk. But other than that, that's what I normally do on Saturday. And yeah, we'll just conclude the week from there. And it's been a very long, interesting week. Starting off, with Sunday, and then Monday. That was the definite highlight of this week, the solar eclipse. But after that, there was other things that had happened, but there was some things that happened. It was just too busy for me to just record everything like I was trying to. But, I know I need to do better, but, that's what happens. Some moments are not captured, at the right time, and sometimes you kind of beat yourself up on that, especially if you are a content creator. What you could have done with that, and the opportunity just passed by. So yeah, right now I'm just going ahead and getting dressed, going to church, and I'll see y'all there. Right now, just out here walking. The church service was good. We had a little bit of lunch afterward. Now it's relatively warm, even though the past couple of mornings has been like a little bit on the cool side. Now I think it's like in the 70s, but we're gonna stay here at church all day, and then we'll go home. And once I get home, then I'm gonna continue to finish my assignments. But we're gonna, conclude the week, and then I'm gonna be going into school next week, like in person. So yeah, it's just a beautiful day out here. It was a very full and fulfilling day at church. And now that the day is over, by concluding the week and embarking on a new one. Looking back on this past week, I was able to get some goals completed, even though there were some things that were missed. Which remind me that you have to learn from past mistakes in order to grow. This allows for growth and